Sometimes, life takes unexpected turns that leave us shattered and forever changed. This is the true story of Emily and David, whose love once seemed unbreakable but was ultimately tested in ways they could never have imagined. Emily and David met in college, and their connection was instant. Both passionate about literature and music, they bonded over long nights discussing their favorite books and songs. It wasn't long before they fell deeply in love, believing their union was destined. They married young, excited to face life's challenges together. Their early years were filled with joy. They traveled, explored new cultures, and created countless memories. Emily, a school teacher, and David, a software engineer, complemented each other perfectly. They supported each other through thick and thin, believing that love could conquer all. But life isn't always fair. After a decade of marriage, Emily noticed changes in David. He became distant, spending more time at work and less with her. Their conversations grew shorter, and their once passionate love life turned cold. Emily tried to bridge the gap, but David's emotional distance only grew. Emily's heart broke when she discovered David's infidelity. He had been seeing a co-worker for months. Confronting him was the hardest thing she had ever done. David confessed, admitting his mistakes and expressing regret, but the trust was shattered. Emily felt betrayed, the pain too deep to forgive easily. Despite their efforts to salvage their marriage through counseling and open communication, the wounds were too deep. The divorce was inevitable. The day the papers were signed, Emily felt a mixture of relief and profound sadness. Their home, once filled with laughter and love, now felt empty and cold. Emily moved into a small apartment, starting a new chapter alone. She immersed herself in her work and found solace in her students' smiles. Yet, the nights were the hardest. Memories of happier times with David haunted her, making her question every decision they had made. David, too, felt the weight of their separation. He realized too late the depth of his mistakes. His relationship with his co-worker ended, and he was left to face the consequences of his actions. He missed Emily, regretting the pain he had caused. Months turned into a year, and life moved on. Emily slowly rebuilt her life, finding strength in her independence. She joined a support group for divorced women, where she found comfort in shared experiences. Her heart, though scarred, began to heal. Then came an unexpected twist. Emily received a letter from David. He apologized once more, not asking for forgiveness but expressing his deep remorse. He explained how he had lost his way, consumed by work and stress, leading him to make terrible choices. He admitted he had taken their love for granted, realizing too late what he had lost. The letter brought back a flood of emotions. Emily cried for what felt like hours, mourning the life they could have had. She considered reaching out but decided against it. The pain was still too raw, and she needed more time to heal. One evening, Emily went to a small cafe they used to frequent. Sitting alone, she reflected on their journey, feeling a mix of sadness and gratitude for the good times. As she was leaving, she bumped into David. It was an awkward moment, both unsure of what to say. David spoke first, his voice trembling. He asked if they could talk, just for a few minutes. Emily, her heart pounding, agreed. They sat down, and for the first time in over a year, they talked openly. David didn't seek to rekindle their romance, but wanted to express his sincere regret face to face. Emily listened, her eyes filling with tears. By the end of their conversation, Emily felt a weight lift off her shoulders. They parted ways, not as lovers, but as two people who once shared a beautiful bond. Emily realized that while they couldn't change the past, they could learn from it. Years later, Emily and David occasionally crossed paths. They remained cordial, each finding happiness in their own ways. Emily continued teaching, finding joy in her students and friends. David focused on personal growth, determined never to repeat his past mistakes. Their story is a reminder that life is unpredictable. Love can be both beautiful and painful, and sometimes the greatest strength comes from letting go. Emily and David's journey was filled with heartbreak, but it also showed the resilience of the human spirit. This true story of Emily and David shows the highs and lows of love and life. If their journey touched your heart, share it with others who might find solace and strength in their story. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.